Hello, this is Crypto Neptune, and in today's video, we're going to talk about why I feel ZBCN has 100x potential. So we're going to break it down in this video. Remember, guys, nothing I say is financial advice. Only use risk capital, and thank you to those who continue to support the channel. So over the last 7 days, we've seen a nice uptick for ZBCN. It's up 13.36% and 14.98 million in trading volume over the last 24 hours. We're currently sitting at a $385 million market cap. And as we've talked about before, the holders continue to grow. Now, over the last 24 hours, we're down 2.36%. So a little bit of a pullback. But again, this could be a sign of us potentially having that momentum, at least over the last 7 days. And some other interesting facts about why I feel this is a 100x gem. And simply put, the holders continue to grow. So 84,370 approximately holders. And on average, those holders are holding 1,091,383 tokens on average. So a little over $4,500 in tokens that they're holding. Now, removing the whale concentration, that would average down to 244,695 ZBN tokens, which would most likely be retail holders. And it says here that the top 10 holders are controlling 77.6% of the supply. I believe these are probably like either early investors or exchanges that are holding this amount. Potentially people that are on the backing the project or potentially Zebec leadership team. But, kind of cool to see the concentration of holders. And there was something else that I found that was kind of cool here. So remember, again, why I'm thinking this is 100x potential. Remember back in May, we had approximately 60,000 holders, and that has grown significantly since then as we have cracked past 84,000 holders, which is a new milestone. And I'll continue to say by the end of the year, I feel we can get to 100K holders. And then that's when the funds probably starts because, imagine more and more people just continuing to accumulate the coin. That's a game changer. But yeah, I found that pretty cool. And then let's see, was there anything else that was pretty significant in here that I can think of? Yeah, that's essentially it far as like the holders is concerned. But the reason why again I feel this is 100x potential because the continued growth metrics. So as you can see here, 40% increase in holders since May 2025, and the institutional backing, Circle, Coinbase Ventures, Solana Ventures are all backing this project. And it has real world utility because it has active payments, remittance transfer payments, and payroll solutions. And those payments are in the form of debit cards and then payroll solutions, which allows the everyday employee to get paid by the second on the blockchain, which is revolutionizing how we're doing things. So more and more people in payroll, which are on Web 2, will be bridging over to Web 3, and Zebec Network is set up for success. So this is cool to see. And again, why did this project have 100x potential? Well, they gained a lot of traction because they were at Sibos over the last few days. So they're at a conference there and got the chance to kind of spread the message. But it says here, once a gathering for banks is now a true forum where TradFi and DeFi meet. Blockchain, stablecoins, and digital assets dominated panels. Crypto startups welcomed with respect from institutions. TradFi brands brought devs plus executives for real collaborations. So let's go ahead and play a short clip of and ZBCN was was here at this conference, and it was a great networking opportunity.
Neil, how has Sibos been this year? How would you describe the energy? It's incredible to interact with so many people, especially when we're on the precipice of many fascinating financial technologies that frankly are revolutionary.
Everybody's talking about blockchain and stablecoins. I left my house in San Francisco. On the way to the airport, I saw not one but two billboards about stablecoins.
That's great.
Yeah, so as you can see, Sibos was an absolute hit because it merges TradFi with DeFi. So that is cannot be overstated. And again, like a lot of cool pictures here, and the team had their own booth set up, and it's essentially just being in the right rooms at the right time, and that's what the team has been doing. And see what else has been going on. Another reason why I feel this is a 100x potential project is they have buybacks. So the debit card, each time the debit card is used, whether it's the silver card, black card, carbon card, or the customized community cards, those fees go back for buybacks. So through July and August 2025, Zebec bought back 15,197,200 ZBCN, so worth $60,000, funded directly for card revenues, from card revenues. Sustained buybacks remain a key part of our long term commitment to strengthening ZBCN and rewarding our ecosystem. Yeah, so why does this have 100x potential? Because more and more people are going to be getting paid by the second. They're going to be getting paid by the second, or if it's like a community card, they consistently load that with their particular community card. And but more and more cards are going to go out. More and more uses is going to be running through Zebec Network, and that's going to create more transaction fees, and that's going to be a potential for more buyback and burn. So this is cool. Looks like they bought back. They did a buyback. So in 2024, looks like they did 300 million in buybacks. So I can anticipate this just growing and growing and growing and growing as this payroll platform continues to kind of change the way we do things. And let's see what else. Like, why is this an ecosystem that has the potential to do 100x? It's also they have the super app. So the super app is something else that the team is working on. Zebec Network super app drops this month. Get ready for the ultimate PayFi experience: real time payroll, cross chain swaps, Zebec cards, ZBCN staking, global DPN payments, all in one sleek app. Yeah, so here's a super app here, and shouts out to ZBCN man for these tweets. But yeah, and then another message here: the Zebec super app is officially launching this Q4. You're all in one gateway to seamlessly PayFi, streaming payments, cards, and now staking, built right in. Lock up your ZBCN. Yep, and then it says earn juicy APYs. But yeah, so real world payments right into your super app. You can connect your debit card, do in real life spending, and I'm sure there's going to be other functionalities within the app, but this is cool. So this is like real world adoption, and that's just going to put more and more buy pressure on ZBCN as all this kind of just continues to play out and build. And then looking over here at the Zebec cards, So we're now on 18 blockchains. Again, another reason why we can potentially do 100x, as the more and more people that use it on those different multi-chain, on the being multi-chain and being on those other blockchains, that's again another opportunity for ZBCN to kind of go up in price. But yeah, they had so Quai, I believe it's the 18th blockchain. There was like a Spaces here. That's just their community get to tap into what ZBCN is doing. And then here, the Mystic X card looks like that just dropped. That's a debit card. And so you can add your Mystic DAO, which is being added to the Zebec Silver and Carbon cards. Yeah, so again, community tokens can be loaded onto the Zebec debit card. And then if we go down, Nobody is another one. So Nobody is another one. And it says here, just enter the Zebec Silver and Carbon cards. Soon you'll tap, swipe, and wiggle pay with a custom Nobody Sausage debit card. Yeah, and I like this idea of going into different communities, whether it's a utility coin or whether it's a meme coin. And imagine being able to spend your Nobody on Zebec. That's just another way. And it's simple. It's a simple way of adoption. And it keeps other communities engaged, because if you were in a meme coin community where there's little to no utility, and now you're giving a meme coin utility, this is awesome. And the blueprint is continuing to be the same, continuing to add different communities and have them load their cards with their favorite token. And here's another one here. This is cool. So just continued path down this way of bringing more communities in. And that's another reason why, again, like I keep mentioning, this token has 100x potential. So I hope you gained some value from this video, as we talked about a lot. We talked about the momentum that Zebec Network has received over the last week. We talked about that continued growth of those holders. We talked about the buybacks and how great of an impact that's going to have on the token as it's going to become more and more scarce. We talked about the conference that they attended in Frankfurt, in which that conference put more eyeballs onto Zebec Network, and the essentially the utility of this token. You have remittance transfer payments, you have payroll, and by the way, more and more stablecoins are going to be added to this network also, as we have USDC, and then they have that Euro stablecoin, and that's just going to continue to expand to different markets, which is pretty awesome. And then the financial backers play a huge role in this project. So there could be, I feel, the potential for more listings. So it's not on every exchange yet. Still have an opportunity for Coinbase. Still have an opportunity for Binance, Gemini, Kraken, Robinhood. The list goes on and on. So this is very early this before it actually kind of takes off. So now would be the best time to, if you want to accumulate more because it's below a penny. I feel that below a penny is definitely a good way to DCA into a project. Again, not financial advice, but you know, there's an opportunity for this to kind of continue to, and because you want to maximize your gains, and being below a penny, this would be the right play here. So I hope you gained some value from this video, as we talked about the 100x potential for ZBCN. I want to thank you for listening to this video, and thanks for stopping by.